I posed for 2 hours with pictures. I mentioned this last hour. And do you know what the one commonality? There were a few commonalities. One is I have to admit, I was touched by all the affection I got. Did not know I had a presence in Hawaii as I do, and as PragerU does, and the station does. And it's heartening when people of every background, every ethnicity, race, religion, just come and hug you. And what is really touching is how happy they are. It is a phenomenon. You go to a left-wing rally, the Women's March, the other. How many people are happy? There's such a minority, conservatives in Hawaii, and they have such fools as their officials, like the senators and the governor, and yet they radiate the joie de vivre. I am convinced that part of what the left loathes about us is that we are a happier crowd. We have really one demand. Isn't it amazing? Conservatives have essentially one demand. Leave us alone. But the left never leaves people alone. The monstrous size of government is the antithesis, the literal 180-degree opposite of what the founders wanted, limited government. Reading an article on the expansion into taking care of children from the earliest age. You want the state? You really want the state to do that? Which in any event involves the robbing children of innocence. The left specializes in that. And the indoctrination of children against the society in which they live. As I have often noted, all this depression among young people, how could it not be? Your past stinks, your present stinks, and your future stinks. Right? You're existentially threatened by global warming. You come from a systemically racist society built on slavery and which continues to persecute people of color. Your civilization is rotten. It is based on white supremacy. Shakespeare wasn't great. He's celebrated because he was a white European male. That's what the University of Pennsylvania claimed when they took down his poster at the English department at the University of Pennsylvania. He's not great. Celebrated for being a white European male. There is no greatness on the left. It comes from somewhere in the human, and I don't know where it is. I admit it. I am dumbfounded. What animates people to take down people who teach English at an Ivy League university? What animates them to take down the poster of William Shakespeare because he was a white European male? What is in them? Do they claim that the gay, non-white female poet that they put up instead is a better writer of English than Shakespeare? Is as good a writer of English as Shakespeare? Is that what they're claiming? No. So then the English department of the University of Pennsylvania has announced it does not believe in excellence. The death of excellence, the death of beauty, the death of profundity, the death of wisdom. What is it in humans that wants to do that? I don't know. Don't you want to pass on to the next generation? That's the whole point of education, is to pass on to the next generation the greatest ideas, the greatest music, the greatest writings, the greatest poetry, the greatest plays, the greatest novels that were ever written. That's our gift to the next generation. The next generation at the University of Pennsylvania is being robbed of greatness. Here, you mediocrities, take mediocrities. Because we don't choose by excellence or beauty or profundity. We choose by race and gender. Why? Maybe there is something in the human that rebels against excellence. Maybe they're just bored out of their minds and need a cause. That's the closest to what I believe. I believe that leftists are bored out of their minds. Professors look at their syllabus and they think, you know what am I going to do, teach Shakespeare again? Did that, been there. Let me make a little revolution. That'll give my empty life some meaning. That's what I really believe it's about. The pursuit of meaning in an otherwise meaningless life. Secular intellectuals are generally soulless. They have to fill that emptiness with something. So they put up a lesbian poet instead of a heterosexual male for the poster in the Department of English at the University of Pennsylvania. Get my drift? Talked about Israel last hour. You think Hamas is anything but evil? You are morally sick. That's it. It is a phenomenon of our time that I have to sit at a microphone in the United States of America and make the announcement that Hamas is evil. It's a phenomenon. So check out my column today. Men give birth. America was founded in 1619, and Israel is the aggressor. That's the title of the article. Real Clear Politics picked it up. This is always gratifying because they just pick up left and right. They're not political in that way. Hopefully, more people will read it. You should send it out. This is a way of helping the cause. Send out pieces that matter to you. Newsweek has published my 32 questions to ask relatives and friends to find out if they are conservative or, if they are liberal or left. Take Dennis Prager's test. Are you a liberal or a leftist? In Newsweek. So if it comes from Newsweek, maybe maybe people will open it up. Here are some examples. Many universities now have all-black dormitories, and some have all-black graduation exercises. Do you support these developments? The University of California has declared this statement racist. There is only one race, the human race. Do you agree with the University of California, or do you agree with the statement? 3. Is the goal of being colorblind doing one's best to ignore a person's color and concentrating only on the person's character and personality a noble goal or a racist one? 4. Do you believe the color of a person's skin tells you anything of importance about that person? 5. Do you agree that all white Americans are racist? 6. If your answer is yes, would you tell the millions of blacks in Africa and the Caribbean who wish to emigrate to America that they would be making a poor decision? If not, why not? 7. Is it possible for a black person to be a racist? 8. Is it racist to claim that Bach, Beethoven, and Mozart composed the greatest music ever composed? 9. Is the national anthem racist? 10. If your answer is yes, what would you like to put in its place? And 11. The English Department of the University of Pennsylvania removed its painting of William Shakespeare because he was a white European male. Do you agree with that decision? We'll be back.